Morning, guys. Welcome to Coffee Chat. Oh my gosh, that is just absolutely amazing this morning. And boy, oh boy, I'll tell you what. Sure glad I get to come out here and share it with you. And that was my very first sip right there. Now, guys, I have got to give you an amazing update. So, as you all know, in the comments, a lot of times we get a lot of FUD in there. You get all those spam bots and people that even are impersonating me, attempting to get you guys to connect with them on WhatsApp and all that. And just so you know, I don't use TikTok, Facebook, WhatsApp, none of those, none of those. I'm only on YouTube here and X, and my X account is in the description. It's Digital Outlook 3 with that check mark. And remember, the O's are not zeros, they're actually O's. But the update that I want to give you is this, is YouTube has finally done something to fix the issue. Guys, they are allowing us now to put in there that members and subscribers can be the ones that actually comment. That would mean that all these spam bots, well, they'd have to be subscribed. All these folks pretending to be me out trying to scam you would have to subscribe and all that kind of stuff. So guys, this allows us to get rid of all of that nonsense. And you know that normally, and I've been on this, channel for years saying, hey, I haven't, come out there and every video, like and subscribe. But guys, I'm going to encourage you. If you're watching, I want to hear what you have to say. I really do. And I want you to be able to do that. Well, guys, the way to do it now is to hit the subscribe. You subscribe, you're going to be able to have your comments in there, because we just got to address a lot of people are getting very hurt and scammed by all of these bots that are in there. And guys, the only way that I know how to deal with them, other than just trying to clear them out each and every day, which by the way can take a lot of time, and you miss some. And I've even had folks reach out to me, say, David, I got scammed by this, and this, and they've lost a ton of their XRP. Guys, I don't want that to be happening on our channel, that's for sure. So hit the subscribe and put in your comments, because we want to hear from you. Now, guys, the video that the articles that I was reading that I want to talk about in today's video, I'm telling you what, I totally agree with this synopsis. Guys, most folks will miss it and they won't realize what's happened until it's really too late. And why do I say that? Well, because guys, this space has been governed by sentiment, and that sentiment has been driven by psychology in the market. And I'm reading this article where Steph's Crypto is pointing out that what we're seeing right now from 2017, that what we see now mirrors what was going on then. And he is showing on the charts where this has made a tremendous difference. Now, just check this little image out right here. Now, guys, did you see that? The same scammy wick that we just saw recently showed up in 2017, and things just tinkered along till bam, it fired off and went into the stratosphere right there. And these TA guys are coming out and telling us, listen, yeah, history doesn't repeat, but boy, does it rhyme. And from whence we came in 2017 to where we are, we're seeing a lot of familiar patterns. And that's how most folk missed it. Guys, back then, a lot of people capitulated their position just before the whole thing went absolutely bonkers. They literally dropped out because they were so afraid that they were going to lose out on the gains that they had achieved up to that point because of those scammy wicks and all that tinkering along, and missed out on the biggest, most massive move that this space had seen and has not seen since that time in terms of percentage gains. Truly phenomenal. And the setup that we're seeing now for XRP, because of course the regulatory environment has totally changed. In fact, back then there was a lot of angst against it. Well, now it's adoption on steroids. And you got the biggest players in the space, BlackRock and Vanguard and all these other ones, Grayscale, Franklin Templeton, and all that kind of stuff. They're all jumping on board. In fact, getting their CEOs out there to champion the cause of blockchain. And all these ETFs are coming out. The regulatory environment certainly has changed. And of course, remember back in 2017, XRP in the United States was only listed on one exchange. It was Poloniex. Of course, in 2020 to 2021, due to the lawsuit, again, only one exchange. Uphold. Well, guys, it is on every U.S. exchange right now, and then some compared to what it was before. And we are just in an absolute perfect setup in terms of an economic storm that's going on right now for the utility of XRP to genuinely shine. And as a result, boy, oh boy, a lot of these guys are saying, listen, this setup is almost impossible to ignore, but most people, history's repeating, but most people are gonna be too late because they're not gonna wake up to it until it genuinely bang happens, and then they're gonna sit back and say, "Oh my gosh, why didn't I act on what I knew back then?" How many folks listen that have got into the space since January? But if you had just got in a few months earlier before that, just before the election in November of 2024, you would have been picking up XRP below 50 cents. And compared to where it is today, come on, guys, that is phenomenal. You don't see those kind of gains in a traditional market, not ever. You could wait a lifetime to see 300-400%. And if you did hit that, it would be the gold rush, and you would be just as happy as a clam. But of course, in this space, folks can't be happy with 300-400%, can they? They just get all discouraged, which is a joke, really, because I think that's a lot of the fuzzsters. Those of us who know what we hold, we know the benefit that we've received. And those that are buying now, come on, guys, when we see price appreciation like I believe we're going to see, I'm telling you what, people are going to weep for the prices of XRP of what they are right now. Yes, I believe they will. I believe they will. Now, something else I want to present here. I was watching Jake Claver last night on his live stream. One of the best that I have ever seen the guy do. Absolutely phenomenal. And the fact that he is sticking to his guns and the authenticity that he's demonstrating, you got to congratulate the guy for doing that. Because, look, can you imagine the pressure that he's getting from a lot of naysayers and fuzzsters? I mean, our channel gets FUD, and we've been out supporting XRP for years upon years upon years, and boy, the FUD we get. Well, Jake has come out there and put his reputation on the line and saying, hey, listen, this is what I think is going to happen, and being the chief champion of the Japanese carry trade, right? I mean, that theory has been around for a long time. Jake didn't originate it, but boy, has he ever carried the ball, that's for sure. And you got to give him credit, because the reality is, with a lot of people right now, oh, if this doesn't happen or that doesn't happen, they're so quick to nail you, man, just for this or that. Look, guys, I've always encouraged you, get out there and do your own research. What we are doing is trying to wet your whistle and encourage you to get out there and educate yourself. Absolutely, for sure. And when I see stuff like that, when I see someone sticking to their guns, holding to their convictions, and I know him personally, guys, by the way, and one thing I can tell you for absolute certainty, he believes 100% in what he's saying. This is not a line, just like we've come out. You get our 100% biased opinion. Why do we believe what we're saying? It's because we spent countless hundreds of hours, getting to know this space and watching what's happening. And we don't want you to miss it. That is a fact. And look, and Jake had defended on something there that I really appreciated. He defended the value of what it costs to actually get out there and get that education. Guys, you have got to invest in yourself. If you're going to invest in anything or anyone, invest in yourself so that you are able to actually get to your goals. Because I'll tell you what, a lot of folks sitting in there crying over the price of XRP. Now, number one, I think it's a bunch of bots and fudsters. But the fact is, if they're doing that, then they really don't know what they hold, and they are going to miss it, guys. We don't want you missing it. That is for sure. Judy and I, we have helped so many people to get clarity in the space, and I'm talking really, wise and intelligent people, big-time business owners, people from the medical field, doctors, lawyers, major, athletic folks, and all over, every kind of genre you can imagine. and really helping them to get focused to do it. And we make no bones about it, guys. We want you to make it. We want you to make that. And I have made my coaching available. And I don't have any this week, but I do next week if that's something that interests you, where you and I meet that one-on-one, where we take a look at your portfolio and make sure that it is definitely balanced towards your goals. And on top of that, show you how to identify all this stuff that's going on in the marketplace, where to look and find all the information that you can actually substantiate what's being said, and how to position yourself and get yourself strategic with amazing techniques that are really going to help you in the space. That is a fact, and it has been a pleasure to do it, and we're not going to be doing it forever. I mean, come on, guys. On the other side of price appreciation, look, Judy and I will probably be, well, number one, we're going to do our world tour, where we're going to be going around all the countries of the world, Australia, of course, New Zealand, getting out there, going in there to, Europe and the UK and all that, and having these meet and greets. Not going to cost you one dime, because we want to say thank you. This community, I'm going to tell you what, as much as we've tried to come out and encourage you, you have encouraged us so much. And guys, we love you for it. We love you for it. But we definitely want you to make it. That's for sure. So guys, I'll tell you what, until later on today, we're going to have another fantastic video for you. And until then, by the way, read the articles that I put down in there and dig this stuff up for yourself. We're going to be going somewhere, guys. This space is going to fly. I genuinely 100% believe it. And I believe it's going to represent the greatest wealth transfer in the history of mankind. And so until later on today, have an absolute fabulous one and take care.